Hi guys, welcome back. Today I am here with my week, I believe 4 wrap up on my wax. I did not melt through as much as I thought I was going to. We just had a weird week. We had stuff going on and I wasn't home as much, and that'll end fairly soon. My kids only have 4 more weeks of school and then they're out for the summer. So we're home a lot during summer break. More so than when they're in school, so because we're not getting up early and going anywhere. So needless to say, I will be doing more melting for the end of May, June, and July, and then they go back the first week of August. So I'm gonna jump right in. No particular order on vendor. I'm just going to grab and go. So I melted a piece of my pink sugar sleepy time from Sassy Girl Aroma. It is pink sugar, lavender, chamomile, and spearmint. I only have 2 chunks left, and this is one that I'm hoarding, but I used a piece because she is going to have it in her replenish this coming Saturday. I was not going to order, but I am going to because this is a staple in my home. That gets melted. We have about 5 favorites that we alternate from, so I decided to use it simply because I did see she put it on her replenish list. The next one is Hello Lover Birthday. This is another staple of mine. It's one of my favorites. Hello Lover Birthday is sugar cane, lemon rind, shortbread, and birthday cake. That is another one I try to melt about once a week. I love it. It is one of my favorites. It just smells so good. I do have a whole nother bag, and she's going to have Hello Lover on her replenish, but I really like the Hello Lover Birthday because that birthday cake gives it more of a creamy note. To kind of offset the lemon, because the lemon is kind of tart to me. So I may or may not pick up just the Hello Lover. I may wait till she does the Hello Lover Birthday again. Going along the same lines with Sassy Girl is Lavender Pink Sugar Birthday Cake. This one I melt at night. It was one of my bedtime melts. It is amazing. It's a sweet lavender, which I love. I don't like herbal lavender, and I don't, unless I can tone it down. I like sweet lavender, so that was perfect for bed. I melted a piece of this Butali zucchini bread. I'm going to see if I can zoom in a little and get to, there we go. I just melted a piece of this in my bathroom. There's several pieces left. I got this in a D-stash. She threw it in as an extra because she didn't like zucchini bread and she found out that I do. I melted this Sorenzo Beauty pineapple strawberry bread. This was a heart. I cut it in half. Put each half in my warmers in my office, and it smells really, really good. I had gotten a RAOK in the mail from Sorenzo with a bunch of ones, so I figured I'd try it. I melted a piece of Full House from Super Tarts. I had gotten this in a D-stash. This lady had sold a whole bunch of BAM pieces and clam pieces in the polypropylene bags, and so I melted this in my bathroom. I don't recall getting much of a throw, and if those are from the old BAM bags, that may be why, because I've heard the older BAM bags. She switched to the plastic bags because she said the bakery style bags she used, she had complaints of people not getting a throw. I don't know. She was uncertain whether or not they were actually polypropylene or not, and I don't know if that is from those old bags, but I don't recall getting a throw from it. This one was from that same D-stash, Sweet Sabertooth. I melted one. I had 3 cubes total. I melted 1 in each of my warmers in the office. It smells really good. It's like got cotton candy and fruit and whatnot. It smells, this gave me a really good throw and lasted a long time. And let's see. Pink Chiffon Strawberry White Cake from Sassy Girl Aroma. I had bagged this up for a D-stash, and then the lady didn't wind up buying it, and instead of putting it back in my bag, because this was from a loaf, instead of putting it in my bag, I just put it in my weekly melts, and then did that phenomenal throw. Lasted all day. Fruit Loops from Wilma's. I put 1 cube in each of my warmers in the office. It gave me an all-day, strong throw. It's fruity goodness with a touch of sugary vanilla and drizzled icing. It smells like Fruit Loops. It's amazing. I love it. I melted another piece of this rose of Cheshire's Grin from Vintage Chic Scents. It is Lavender Birthday Cake Cotton Candy Frosting Marshmallow. I melted this at night. I only have a quarter left, so I'm going to put this in my next box, my next week's box, I think. It was a good throw. I have hit or miss. I hate to say it because everybody loves her, but I have hit or miss throws from hers, and this is plenty cured. It was from July. I finished up Lavender Vanilla from Wilma's. I did this in the bedroom. I had 2 cubes left, and I did them together. I tend to do 2 cubes in my warmer in the bedroom, simply because I'm under the impression that it'll last longer, and it does last all night. I could probably get away with 1, but I don't know. I like 2. I have 2 3-ounce packs of this, so I was okay finishing this up. Now you will see over the next 4 or 5 weeks, you'll see a lot of like these that have 1 left. I am going to, my challenge for May is to go through my bins, take out everything that has 1 cube, 1 piece, 1 melt, whatever, and use it. Use a lot of my samples, because my samples are 99% of the time 1 melt. I'm just tired of having 1,500 baggies with like this in it. A quarter of a rose. A quarter of a rose is 1 melt. So I'm going to start doing that for May. That is going to be my May challenge. So you'll see a lot of that coming up. This next box I just put together for this coming week doesn't have that. This is just stuff I felt like using. But my first box of May, so next Monday, we'll have a lot more little stuff. So I'll have a lot more empties after that. I melted this sample from Super Tarts and Wise Counselor. It was very uneventful. I don't even remember. I don't remember it. I melted it in my bathroom. That's all I know. I finished Grand Ole Opry from Vintage Chic. It's strawberry watermelon cake. This one had, it was a half a rose, and I used 1/4 of it in each of my 2 warmers in the office, so I basically just used it in 1 melt. It was an okay throw. It didn't last too terribly long, which is something I am having trouble with Vintage Chic. I do not get very long-lasting throw from her stuff. I don't know what it is. I had gotten this in a D-stash. It was Super Tarts Banner. I put this in the bathroom. It lasted like 15 hours before I changed it. I wound up getting a claim of that when she restocked over the weekend. I'm trying to get through my bags first. This I want to give up on. It's just ridiculous. It's Charade from Vintage Chic. It's old. It's 1.5 years old. And it is Pink Sands Pink Chiffon Cotton Candy. I don't get a throw from this. I don't know. I got it in a D-stash. I don't know if it was mishandled before I got it or what. But I've melted it twice now and have not gotten a throw either time. Alright, that's it for bags. Now we'll get into scent shots. I had this half scent shot left of BZ's pistachio pudding cake. I put this in my bedroom warmer yesterday. It was a half, so I put the whole thing in. And oh my god, it smelled good. You don't ever hear me say that about BZ's. I have not. This is my first BZ's that actually threw. I mean, it was a good 12 to 15 hours before I swapped it out for my bedtime scent, and it lasted that. It was about 13 hours because I think I put it in at like 8:30 in the morning, and I changed it like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. So it was, 13, 14 hours. Really, really good throw. I will definitely get that again. I finished this half cent shot of Destination Wax White Chocolate Raspberry Truffle. I only had half left. If I use a half in 1 week, I put the other half in my next week's box to try to use it up. I don't like half cent shots. I don't know why. But this smelled amazing. I don't know if I'm afraid it's not going to have as good of a throw because it's been cut. I don't know what my deal is, but if I have a half a cent shot, I try to use it the next week, simply just because I'm weird, I guess. This was another half cent shot from Dessa's. It's Tea and Cakes. I just put this one in my bedroom. It's amazing, simple tea and cake smell. I learned to love tea and cakes. And then I did use another piece of Voldemort from Super Tarts. I had cut this in quarters, and I used a quarter a couple weeks ago, and I just used another quarter in my bathroom yesterday, and so I have half of this left, so that's 2 more melts. I used another piece of Cottage Breeze Type by Sassy Girl. I use this in my bathroom, so I quarter it, and these quarters I cut in half, and so it's 8 melts for one of these if I do it in my bathroom. Simply, and the only reason why I do that, and this smells amazing, The only reason why I do that is because my bathroom warmer is very small. It's one of those 15-watt Glade, not Glade, 15-watt Scentsy night lights, and the bowl for the wax is so small that one piece of this is too big, so I have to cut those in half. And it still gives me a very strong throw. It lasts all day. I melted, this was my Sunday melt. It was hazelnut cream from Sassy Girl, so I cut it in quarters, and then I melted 1/4 in each of my 2 warmers in the office. This I was very disappointed in. It did not give me a very good throw. It is just a month old, so I'm going to cure it a little longer. Sometimes her stuff does throw better over time. And then I melted a piece of this Island Breeze Odor Neutralizer from Sassy Girl. These are small, so I do quarter them, and then I just slap this whole quarter in my bathroom warmer. And then I melted half of this Scent Shot in Pink Boxers from Wilma's. It's pink sugar and laundry, and I just cut it in half and put half in my bathroom. And it was really strong. It lasted about 18-19 hours. And I changed it. My son was like, it smells in here. And he's just not a very big scented person. And my husband goes, what are you talking about? It's nice in here. So he didn't like it, but I did. It's pink sugar laundry, and it's amazing. And yeah. And then Sea Spray from Wilma's. And this one, I made the mistake of, I did cut it in quarters and I put a quarter in, and it was not strong enough. So that's why with the Pink Boxers, I did a half. And it threw much better when I did the half versus the quarter. Alright, all we have left is clams. And then this one is done. I need to make room. Alright, so first I melted 2 cubes of the Bathing Garden Pink Bunny Ears. I melted this on Easter. And oh no, I didn't melt this on Easter. I melted this on Tuesday. And there's just 2 cubes left. I'm going to put it in my next week's box because it's getting that weird... You see that crinkly, weird stuff in the clam. So there's just 2 cubes left. That tells me it's getting old when it does that. And I got this in a D-stash last week, so I don't know how old it is. So I am going to throw this in my next week's box. So you'll see that in my video I'm going to post right after this one so I can finish it up. I melted 2 cubes of Blue Cotton Candy Fizz from Barrett's. There was only 3 left, so I put 2 in my warmers. In the office, I have 1 cube left. This will also go in my next week's box because, again, I'm not going to keep a bunch of stuff with 1 cube or 1 melt. I'm over it. So like I said, you'll see a lot of that coming in May. Sassy Girl that has 1 chunk left, it's going. Vintage Chic with 1/4 of a rose is going. Half a Scent Shot is going. A clam with 1 cube is going. That's my declutter for the month of May is going to be to melt everything that has a little bit left. I melted a cube of Rosemary's Baby in the bedroom. It's Bedtime Bath Rosemary Mint Herbal Lavender. This is my #1 from any vendor favorite bedtime scent. It is amazing. I only have 2 cubes left. I will probably put this in my next week's box because I do like it. I do have 4 backups now because I bought a whole bunch when she restocked last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever. I melted a cube of Super Tarts Aria. Aria is Lotus Blossom Pink Chiffon, Sea Salt, and Blackberry. I did this in the bathroom. It had a very strong throw, and my wax is messy. I wanted to melt this because I have 2 clams in it, and I have a BAM bag coming. So I'm trying to start getting through some of these as I have those BAMs coming in over the next month. And I don't know why I'm shedding like crazy. I'm like, I don't know. I melted another cube of lavender vanilla custard from the Bathing Garden. I'm trying to just do 1 cube at a time. It is a very nice, it's a herbal lavender, but this vanilla custard makes it creamy enough that I like it. This is one of my bedroom melts. I do have 1 or 2 more clams coming in my Bathing Garden orders. I have 3 more Bathing Garden orders that I placed, and I have at least 1 more clam coming. I melted Belle, which is Beauty and the Beast, Magically Delicious and Blackberry, combined with tea and cakes. I melted 2 cubes, 1 in each of the warmers in my office, simply because I have a BAM bag coming. So all the stuff I have BAM bags coming, I decided to start melting some of the clams. All right, and these two I'm going to do together because I mixed them. It's Barrett Wax Crafts Peppermint Vanilla Dream and Pure Lavender. I melted 1 cube of each in my bedroom last night, and it was a phenomenal mix. It just, I like peppermint when I'm having a headache or I just am having trouble sleeping. Peppermint soothes me, and the lavender helps my husband sleep, so I decided to mix them. Oh my God, it was amazing. I'm going to do this together from now on when I do one or the other. So that's it. My box is empty. So, again, it wasn't a ton, but it was, you know, almost a week's worth. I have been burning my candle in my kitchen, so I haven't been melting in my kitchen this week. So that's why there's not as much, because that's 2 melts a day I'm not doing, because I'm not doing in the kitchen. I am going to, I only have a couple more of the mason jar candles from Bath & Body Works that I melt in the kitchens, or burn in the kitchen. So once those are gone, I'm going to go back to melting full time, because I don't waste my big candles in the kitchen. I do my big candles in the living room. So, unless I put the other freebie coupons up, that's how I got them before, I'll be melting again in about a few weeks. So, that is everything. I hope y'all have a great day. Let me know what you guys have been melting. If there's anything here that you guys like, let me know, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.